Welcome to the first blog in the blog learning series. This one is titled, What is Blogging? We want to cover several topics during this video. We want to introduce you to blogging, take a look at the typical layout of a blog page, tour some of the bigger players that are out there in the blogging world, and then we'll talk about the other videos that are in the blog learning series. So first, let's just get on the same page by deciding what a blog is. A blog is really a discussion platform. Could be for a single person, could be for a group of people. They're usually short posts, not a lot of dialogue, certainly not a novelette. And the posts appear in reverse chronological order, which means the most current post appears first. Here's an interesting graph that shows us the more we blog, the more likely we are to acquire customers. The less we blog, the less likely we are to attract a good solid readership. So let's talk about the blog layout. You know, we can see up at the top we've got navigation, we have a logo, we have a search tool. Now, if you only have a couple of dozen posts on your blog, there's really no need to add a search tool yet. We can see that we have a post. Some people love to use images with their posts. Some people don't. We can see over on the left-hand side here, about the middle of the page, we have social media icons to encourage people to follow us, whether it be LinkedIn, Twitter, or Facebook. We can also see down in the lower left that we've got some street cred. In other words, this blog is picked up by other blogs. We can see also that we have a testimonial on the right-hand side in the lower right-hand corner. That's always good if somebody else can make a good mention of your blog. And then down at the bottom we have bookmarks. And we'll talk about bookmarks later, but bookmarks give us the ability to basically syndicate our blog. So let's talk about some of the players that are out there in the world. Let's look at WordPress, Typepad, Blogger, and the last one is called Tumblr. Well, there's two versions of WordPress out there. There's a WordPress.com and a WordPress.org. O-R-G. Now, the .com is a free blog, and you can host it there. The name of your blog is going to be, your name, perhaps john.wordpress.com. So you won't have a domain name, let's say, that matches your company. Not specifically, anyway. There is another option out there, and that's the .org WordPress blog. On this site, you can download blog templates. You can also download thousands of plugins to use for social media, calendar, all kinds of information that you may want to provide to the readership. They also have great forums and great looking templates. So let's go on to the next solution, which is Typepad. Now, Typepad is a paid blog solution. Monthly fees run anywhere from $8.95 to $29.95 per month. You have unlimited space, unlimited number of blogs, and you have personal support. So if you like a little bit more hand-holding, perhaps Typepad is a good way for you to start out. Another option we have here is Blogger. Blogger started out being owned by a group of people, but now it's owned by Google. The blog is free, the space is unlimited, and you can route your domain, but it's going to be domain.blogger.com. And our last solution is Tumblr. And Tumblr is really more for the, the no-frills solution. Again, you get a free blog and you get free space, but it's more for people that want to do audio and video blogging. Think of the Tumblr blog as being someplace in between the traditional blog, which may say a lot, or Twitter, which really says very little. So just to recap, we've talked about what a blog is. We've looked at the typical layout of a blog. We've also toured some of the players that are out there. Now let's look at the blog learning series overview. We have 3 more videos in this series. The second one's called Getting Started with Blogging. On this one, we'll decide on goals, choose a blog format, decide on the layout, think about the audience makeup, and work through a bunch of other questions. In the Attracting an Audience video, we want to talk about establishing the right voice, starting the conversation, gaining subscribers, building interest, topics like that. In the last video, we want to talk about metrics and analytics. We want to talk about business models. You know, how does a nonprofit use a blog versus, let's say, a retail operation? And then we want to look at the all too important starting point. You know, we've decided, hey, blogging is for us. How do I get started? Thanks for listening.